So the first one I wouldn't mind you looking at is this one that's labeled sugar, because I find it really a paradox for myself in the sports world, working with elite athletes that live on sugar, so to speak, live on carbohydrate. Not simple sugars necessarily, but carbohydrate, because it's such an important fuel for high aerobic activity where you're skating around the ice at a fairly high intensity. But it's also one of the only two fuels we have for doing sprinting. We have phosphocreatine in our muscle, which helps us, and we have carbohydrate that gets used in something called the glycolytic pathway. So carbohydrate is a fuel for all the activities we do. And when we look at the information we have on high intensity athletics, carbohydrate is your dominant fuel. So you can't escape that. That's not to say that you can't do a workout when you haven't eaten properly and things like that you're going to survive. But if you want optimal performance, that's what you're after. So you hear a lot in the news about the bad side of sugars. And I totally agree that maybe 75–80% of our Canadian population are taking in too much sugar, too much fat, too much protein, too much energy, period, for their low levels of physical activity or non-existent levels of physical activity. Because now a lot of Canadians are actually not moving hardly at all, and there's this new level below sedentary that's even lower than that. So for a lot of people, the advice to stay away from extra food, including carbohydrate, is accurate. But of course, in our world, where we're working with athletes, the paradox is that we quite often find the opposite. We can't get enough energy into these kids or into these athletes to maintain their body mass because they're burning so much energy every day.